Hey friends, hello and welcome. It's so great to be here with you. If you are joining us live today, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. If you and I have not met, my name is Emma Lou with Heartfelt Creations. Now, I don't know where you are from, so I would love to have you just take a little bit of time, introduce yourselves, let me know where you're watching from. We're here in Indiana. This morning I woke up to some beautiful snow. We have had some crazy kind of overcast gray weather, and it was beautiful to wake up to snow. However, my way to the office to do the filming this morning was a little bit on the slippery side. So we're glad to be here with you. It's a great day to just kind of cuddle up with your favorite beverage and have some fun learning some beautiful tips and techniques using some of the newest dyes that just launched. I don't know if you've seen them, so if you have seen them, give me a shout out. Give us a thumbs up or the hearts in the comments. We are live, so I can see your comments once those come up on the screen in front of me, and I have a screen here as well. So we're just going to have some fun learning how to create beautiful slimline cards. So we're going to take a close-up look of those in just a couple seconds. Here we go. Now, if you were with us through Black Friday, you know the beauty and the intricacy of the slimline dies that we launched then. These are 4 more dies that are being added that will create a complete collection of slimline dies. Now, the beauty of these is it really allows you to create shaped slimline cards the easy way. That's amazing. However, in front of me today, I have all sizes of cards that we're going to step through and create beautiful, intricate dies. These dies have some amazing die cut words that I can't wait to share with you. So these slimline dies have so much beauty and so much versatility. Like, it's off the charts. I know our insider members had first access yesterday. If you are an insider member, let me know if you have yours ordered already. Our shipping team is working diligently to get those out for you. Here's a card I had done on a YouTube video. If you didn't see that, let us know in the comments and we can give you a link to that. But this is another beautiful shaped slimline card. And then we'll also be creating this one today as well. So lots of techniques that I cannot wait to share with you today. And we're going to get started though with just like your basic like slimline card, and then we'll go from there. So before we get started, I'm just going to pull up the comments here so that I can see you. So let's see. Hi Amelia, it's great to see you. Hello Renee from PA, Carrie and Barbara. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining us today. I'm so glad you are here. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our slim ornate rectangle die. This one has 4 pieces. Within this, you have a bunch of different ways that you can die cut it, and you can mix and match it with the dies that we launch on Black Friday as well. Plus, it has this on your special day die as well. Super, super beautiful. The second die within this collection is the Slim Elegant Rectangle die, which was used to create this card. You can do the shape card, and then you have these beautiful like tags on the inside that really allow you to cut those card front openings or do lots and lots of layering with it, which is amazing. Then we have the Slim Gateway Rectangle card or die, which I absolutely love. When you look at all these pieces, you can use this to create a card base in its entirety, or there's like 3 sections, and we're going to use this in many different ways today that are just really will bring that aha moment for you. So as you're joining me, hi Ramona from British Columbia. How's the weather where you're from? I know British Columbia is so beautiful. Slim Eyelet Heart Rectangle die. This is another one that has this beautiful, very intricate lacy accents. And then there are some eyelet pieces, and it's your birthday. And this one has 7 pieces. So lots of layering, lots of ways to cut apart this piece to create different size cards, which we'll be doing today. So the next question for you is, are you ready? Now, I know that we're past the holiday season. We are pretty much close to the end of the very first month of 2023, and that's kind of hard to believe, right? So I don't know if the winter blahs have kind of hit you, but I know that for us, that typically hits around the end of January, kind of going into February. So hopefully today will really inspire you and jumpstart you to create your next project. So we're going to get started by creating a shaped card base. I don't know about you, but I always find that a shaped card base is really kind of that base that creates the setup to really create beautiful, elegant cards very easily. So we're going to get started with that. So I am using the die from the Slim Ornate Rectangle set. I'm using the outer piece, and I have a card that is just card base that is just folded, and we're going to go ahead and layer this piece on top with the edge just extended a little bit over the top of that fold line. So we're going to go ahead and just tape this down, run this through our machine. Now with the Slimline dies, you want to make sure, I am using the Vagabond today. So you want to make sure that you have the extended plates just so that you have the length that you need for this. So we're just going to go ahead and lay this down and run this through our machine. Okay, so I'm having a little bit of issues seeing your comments this morning. So if you're on, I'm not trying to ignore you. I'm just having a little bit of issues seeing that. So let's go back. Here we go. Okay. So I'll bring this out, and I just love the simplicity of this. Super, super simple, beautiful, beautiful ways to just really get this going and have your card base created very quickly. Now, you can go ahead and, peel off the blue tape if you want to. However, that is going to be covered, so you really don't have to do that. Totally up to you. Sometimes it just kind of bugs me that it's sitting back there, so I just peel it off. Right? Okay, so our next step is going to be deciding how we layer it. Now, if you choose a beautiful background paper, you can take the very same die that we used and just go ahead, if you want to sponge around the edges. This is from the Floral Basket collection. If you have not used that paper collection, it is exquisite. The detail and the beauty of the florals paired with the background color combination is just exquisite, and they're colors that I use constantly when I am creating cards. So I have been using so many of those papers for cards that I've been creating, and I love them for the Slimline cards as well. So you're going to go ahead and just layer this on top so you have that beautiful card base made in a flash. And then your next step is, if you just want to have like that beautiful ornate frame in the entirety, you can go ahead and cut out a white and a gold piece, and you're going to glue these together and offset them. Now, when you offset them, it just gives a little bit of that gold sheen behind it, and it just adds the extra gold elegance and detail very beautifully and easily. And what I love about these is it really is one of those basic dies that is very ornate and beautiful, that's wonderful to have in your essential crafting box that you can reach for and will reach for over and over again. It's like a timeless classic that you can pair any of your beautiful flowers with, or you can just do a simple sentiment, whether you're doing birthday or congratulations or wedding. You can really do so much with it. Now, before we glue this down, what I want you to think about, I do have a frame here where I have already added this with 3D dots on top. Okay, so we're just going to slide this to the side, and we're going to finish working with this. So you can add this with dimensional foam dots if you want to. Yay, I can see your comments, and then they disappeared for a hot second. I think they're coming back on. My tech team, here's a shout out to them. They've been working really hard behind the scenes this morning. They told me before we went live that they've been sweating a little bit. So here's a shout out for them. Hi, Anna from Maryland. You said you can't wait for yours to arrive. I'm so excited for you. Hi, Karen. You're from Maryland as well. I guess the Maryland crafters are representing. Hi, Clarabelle from Alabama, Phoenix City. So welcome, welcome. I'm so glad that you are here. Okay, so here we go. With this one, what I wanted to point out, and I'm going to do this because I can. I don't need to use this one on this card because we've already added the foam dots there. You can go ahead and you can cut these pieces apart. Now, you can use these pieces in many different ways, but I just wanted to show this to you so that you have a visual. So we're going to go ahead and also remove the other side and just do a straight cut in here. So now you have borders that you can easily layer in many different ways, and you can use these on different lengths of cards. You can use it, I mean, the sky's the limit, right? You could use it on the base of, you know, say you just have like a straight piece here, you want to just accent the bottom. Or say you have like a small cluster of flowers. This is moving around because the glue is not quite dry yet. But say you have a small cluster of flowers and you want to put that in the inside, or you want to frame a sentiment in the middle. You can do many different things. So I just wanted to point that out. So that kind of gets your creative mojo going. And then this die, absolutely love this. Now, this is not something that I would at first be like, oh my gosh, like, what do you do with this, right? So you can use it in its entirety. You can just pop this in here. It's beautiful layered. And then you have that on your special day in there that you can just layer in the middle, add a couple flowers, and you're done. But today I wanted to mix it up and show you a little bit different way that you can use this. So I took 2 pieces of white cardstock, glued them together, and then layered a colored paper on top. And then what you can do is just go ahead and clip this apart, just like we did that frame earlier. And that gives us sections that we can, you know, add width to. We can do many different variations to it. Do you love that? Hello, Linda from Virginia. Hello, hello. It's great to see you. Thank you for joining us today. How is the weather in Virginia? Is it nice and warm, or is it cold like it is here? It's not super cold here, but we did get a very beautiful snowfall, which we're grateful for. We actually have not had a lot of snow this winter. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pop this on the top. So that just kind of hinges in there. And then you can also do the bottom. If you wanted to just do one or the other, you totally could. So you get to choose how you want to layer these dies and mix match and have fun with them. Working with intricate dies like this kind of reminds me of like putting together like a puzzle when you were a kid, right? Because you can clip them apart, you can put them back together in many different ways, or maybe like my sons love to play with Legos and what are they called? Mag tiles. It reminds me of the adult version of die cutting, right? You can kind of clip them apart, do many different things, and create, and just have fun creating, right? Okay. Linda said it's cloudy, so Moraine is supposed to reach 60 degrees. That's definitely warmer than we've got here. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and glue this. Now, these dies just launched to everybody today. If you don't have the ornate rectangle dies yet, these are Slimline dies. You can grab yours. They are available in an I Want It All bundle while supplies last, or available to until Saturday, whichever comes first. And there's a special 10% discount on those. If you are an Insider member, you save an additional 20%. Now, if you are not an Insider member, you'll want to become one before you purchase these dies, so you get the saving. It's like $12.99 a month, and you get some additional benefits, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later on. So just hold tight on that a little bit, and we'll get there. So at this point, then, you can go ahead and stamp your sentiment. You could add some glitter in the sentiment. Add your flowers. We added the beautiful roses, so that's more dimensional. You could keep it very simple and have a little bit more of a flat flower for mailing, so you get to choose how you want to accent that. So some of the time what I'll do is just create lots of beautiful like background card bases, just like this. No sentiment in there. It is just ready to use when I have a card that I need to make very quickly. And then at a different time, I'll have just roses made ready to layer on a card like this. So that really makes that card making is easy, and you have those special occasion cards that you can just pull together very quickly. Because maybe you're not like this, but oftentimes I'm like, oh, you know what? I need a card for so-and-so tomorrow. And I go down, I pull something like this, I get a, some flowers I've made, and I just glue the two together, and it feels like I made a card in like 15 minutes, which is amazing. So that always feels so good, because I have the joy of just working at a pace that I enjoy, creating card bases, because some days, like it or not, we have that a creative slump. So it's just nice to create card bases that are in colors we know we're going to use a lot. It's so fun, and your brain can just kind of rest. It doesn't have the pressure of I have to make something, all that stuff, and then you can just create and have fun with it, because crafting is therapy, right? Okay, so we're going to go into our card number 2. I have like a bunch of cards. I think we're going to be making like 4 or 5 together today. I didn't even count. There's a bunch. So we're going to have some fun. Okay, so this is card number 1 that comes from our Slim Ornate Rectangle die. I do have the next card. Let's see. Which one's going to be the next one? The next one is, which one is it? I feel like I'm not seeing it in front of me. It's this one, but which one is it in front of me? I don't see it. I think I missed it. No, I didn't miss it. It's this one. This is, you know what? It tricked me, right? Can you see how this tricked me? I was like, it's not even sitting in front of me. That's how versatile it is. It doesn't even look like the same one. I was like, oh gosh, this is so funny. I've been creating with these, right? And I even tricked myself. So that's how versatile it is. That speaks to versatility. Okay, so we're going to pull this out and we're going to have some fun trimming this down into a smaller A2 size card. Isn't this stunning? So this is a combination of using the outside border of this die, and then we're also going to be using portions of the Slim Gateway Rectangle die. How beautiful is that? I love that you can mix and match or use them individually. So we're going to go ahead and just, cut your card base to the size that you want. This is your 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. And then we're going to go ahead and layer the base. So when you are creating this base, what I want you to do is use the die that we did for the first card and cut out your beautiful background paper and then layer this decorative piece right on top. We're going to do that with some glue, and then we are going to do some trimming to alter the size of this. So I do like to have these 2 pieces. Oh, some of my lace from my sweater is trying to hang on to this decorative die. The downfall of decorative dies is they like to cling to things. Do you have that problem too, or is it just me? Okay, here we go. So now as you are watching me today, I just thought of something. You know how I was talking about the insider member? If you are watching this live and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm learning so much, I love this. We have a class that happens at the end of the month. And that class is 2 hours in length. It's jam-packed with techniques, and they're valued at $30. But if you're an insider member, you have automatic access. So today's a great day to become one. We have a new class that is coming up and will be debuting on Monday. So Monday we'll be back with that. So all of our insider members will have automatic access to that, which I'm super excited about. If you're not one, today's a great day to become one. You'll save the 20%. You get free shipping every day on orders of any size. If you're in the U.S., our international crafting friends receive a 20% discount on their shipping fee. So I don't have the foam dots in front of me that I want, so I'm just going to add some foam dots directly to the card or foam strips, and we're just going to apply it like this. So we're going to add a little bit of dimension to our card base for the initial one. Okay, so one of you said, hello from Idaho. You're excited to see the collection. Yours is on the way. Oh, I'm so happy for you. I love seeing the comments about your collection is on the way. There's just something so exciting. It's like a kid on Christmas morning, like stalking the mailman. When is it going to be here? Or at our house, we call it, everything is the Amazon bus. And Amazon bus doesn't deliver everything, but we just started calling it the Amazon bus because that's where my 3-year-old thinks everything comes from. So, okay, here you have this layer on top. Then you can turn it around. I'm just going to snip it with my scissors for the sake of time, but you could use your trimmer and trim that off, or you can just follow the edge of your card base. And this is just such a quick way to alter that die and use it in a very different way on a smaller size card, which is amazing. So here you go. Now you have this strip. You could totally do something like that. You could just, pop this together. You could layer flowers on top. You could use this for something different. So this is another way. You could even extend this if you wouldn't trim it, if you leave it a little bit longer when you're trimming it. So just have some fun with that. And then this is just a portion of this Slim Gateway Rectangle die. This die is very beautiful and ornate just in its entirety. So obviously you'll know very quickly and easily how to use this in its full length. Today I'm just showing a lot of altered ways to use it to kind of jumpstart your creativity and other ways that you can use it that are maybe not quite as obvious when you first look at it. So I took out the center piece of this die, And we're going to go ahead and release these two sides. This actually kind of reminds me of a gate because the center does open. So you can go ahead and just bring these out, and we're going to link these together and create that beautiful gold background. I know that's a little bit difficult to see on camera, but hopefully you get the gist of that. Okay, hi Tina, it's great to see you from Colorado. Thank you for joining us today. Okay, so we're just going to offset this a little bit. Blah. And this one is really beautiful to just layer on the back of flowers to kind of give them an anchor, and you can use these virtually on any card you are creating. If you want to just have that beautiful kind of ornate piece in the background. Now, here's what's really cool about this too. You get to choose whether you want to have this decorative piece in the center, and you can also adjust how wide this is. You could have it, going like this. You could have it going in many different ways. But we're going to bring the straight pieces together, and you can layer that in the center. You can use your foam dots or your glue, and you have a base that is ready to add your dimensional flowers to the top. Isn't that amazing? I absolutely love how that looks and just the beautiful dimension and detail that has, yet it's very simple and easy to do. So great thing to do is just create those neutral card bases, add your decorative die on top, and then that is ready and waiting for your beautiful florals. Okay, now as you're watching, let me know if you have any questions. We're so glad that you are here today. And I see Kelly, you're from Somerset. Thank you for joining us today. Carolyn from Orange, California. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and switch gears again. And we're going to go to card number 3 and do a little die cutting trick. Some of you may have done things like this before. I absolutely love it. It's kind of like just this little oh yeah, I wouldn't have thought of this. So when you look at the Slim Gateway rectangle die, this has 2 pieces. However, with just 2 pieces in this die, it means that this die is more in its entirety. So you can use it, as a full die or really cut it apart, do lots of fun things. So this is the background die, and this is the one that allows us to create so many variations with it, okay? So isn't this amazing? So you see the beautiful ornate piece on the top that is this part right here, but we did 2 pieces on the background, okay? And what I mean by that is we took a piece of decorative paper and we went ahead and we cut out one side, okay? If you would have continued to cut, it would have just been a straight cut, right? But if you want to have the decorative piece on both sides, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and flip this around, and you're going to cut out the other side. So I'm going to put 2 pieces of tape on top, and we're going to do that and have some fun learning all about that. Now you could just do a partial cut so the straight line just goes up partially. Now I'm just going to put the blue tape down, and then I'm going to flip this around, and I'm going to make sure that we are lining up this blade. Okay, it looks lined up on that side, and we want to just make, it might be off a little bit, which is okay if it's your first time. But just kind of look in there, see, does that blade look like it's, I think mine's a little bit off kilter right now, but it's just kind of a feeling I have. I can't really see it visually. So you can kind of, balance that how you want to. If you want to just cut it partially and then finish the straight cut, what you can do is you can just layer your top blade up here, and you can do that. I'm just going to go ahead and do the whole thing and run that through, cut that out. And the reason I'm not super picky about that being super straight is because of what we're adding to the top of it, so you really don't see it. So for those of you that are all about being perfectionists with those straight lines, just know that if you don't get it completely straight, it's okay. This is just a fun decorative way to do it, and the part that we're doing on top really covers it. So just going to peel this off. Gentle, gentle, gentle. I use this tape. Is new, and I didn't stick it against my skin, so it's super sticky, and it just tore a little bit, but it's okay. Okay, so you have these 2 pieces. You don't notice that anything was off kilter. It was a little bit on that side, but that's okay. Here we have our card base. You can choose what size you want to create with a beautiful floral basket paper. Marjorie said, when are these ready for purchase? They launched to everybody today, so I'll pop links in the comments for you. You can buy all the dies individually, but from today until Saturday, we have them available in a bundle where you save 10%. That is until Saturday or while supplies last, whichever comes first. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and layer this on top. So you can, again, use your foam dots if you want to, or you can, just glue it directly down. However, I love my foam. So we're just going to pop some foam strips on the back, and we'll continue. Actually, speaking of foam, I need to show you this. If you have purchased the big, like 100 pack of foam dots, those have, the manufacturer of those did something really cool. If you've struggled releasing the paper, they have little tabs on them for the back, and they come off super easy. If you've purchased them recently, you know what I'm talking about. I do not have anything in front of me with those right now, but they are amazing. If you need foam dots, order the 100 pack, and I think you will be very happy when those arrive. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead, and these are all like having a party hanging together. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and layer these pieces together on the gold. So that is just using the top part. This is cut out 2 times. And then we're also using this piece in the middle that we used on our second card today. And we're going to bring those in on the back, okay? So we're just going to go ahead and clip these apart again, here and here. And then you're going to go ahead and any of the gold that is like overextending on the bottom, you can just clip that apart and clip that off, okay? I find that this is just so much fun, just all the... Clarabelle said, I bought the bundle and I can't wait for it to arrive, right? It's like, I always feel like by the time I make the decision to purchase it, I'm like, okay, I want it to arrive yesterday, right? Okay, so I am just holding this on top to see how that layers on top. And I think what I'm going to do for this bottom piece is I'm going to cut it a little bit shorter so it does not overextend through the bottom of the other one. So we're going to go ahead. You could also layer this with foam dots if you wanted to. I'm just going to go ahead and just glue this directly down just for the sake of time. And on the original card sample, I'll show you how it looks with the 3D. I love, love, love 3D. So we're just going to go ahead and layer this on top. So that's going to be on the bottom of our layer, and then this is going to be on the bottom of our card base. So tell me what you love so far about what you're seeing. What's your favorite? What are you going to be creating with this new edition of Slimline dies? These were designed by our team of artists to really allow you to maximize your versatility when you are creating Slimline cards, and also allowing you to really beautifully pair them with the dies that we launched on Black Friday. So now you can just leave it like this, or if you wanted to bring these little pieces in on the side to create just a little bit extra detail and lace effect, you can just go ahead and layer those around those edges and just bring that in along the side. Hopefully I trimmed that off enough on the okay, there we go. So you have that on the side, so you can really use those pieces many different ways to create beautiful lacy backgrounds and accents. So we're just going to go ahead and bring these in. Ta-da! Okay. So we're just going to go ahead and bring this in on this side, and you'll see how beautiful that accents it. And then what is this ready for? It is ready for, I wish I could hear you commenting verbally, but I can't. So you can let me know in the comments. You could literally just put like a sentiment with a couple teeny tiny flowers in there. However, on this one, we glammed it up, did a full dimensional rose, and just angled that down the center. So whether you're wanting to have something flat for mailing, or you want to pop it up, hand give it, or put it in a 3D envelope, you have so many different options and variations with it. So how many cards have we made? We have made, is it 1, 2, 3? This is the 3rd card. Our 4th one is another variation of really using the die outside of the box that it was created for, which is this slim eyelet heart rectangle die. Now, here's what I'm going to point out. This die has an amazing intricate lace piece. The intricacy of this lace is absolutely stunning. Super, super stunning. And you can see how this creates just this beautiful, like, I don't know, it's just like this focal frame that you can do lots of accenting and add those layers with the letters and, you know, the butterfly and the floral, so you can really have just a wow factor with the card. However, what I'm going to be showing you today is how to alter and use it in different ways for another size card outside of your Slimline. So it's quick and easy for Slimline, and then you can take it and alter it. And at the end, I have some more ways that you can see how each one of these dies was used as the intention with a Slimline card, but also altered for smaller card bases. So here we go with this one, and we're going to start pulling out these letters. I love die cut sentiments. Tell me in the comments if you love die cut sentiments as much as we do. Okay, so here we go. This card, you can cut the card to the size that you want. It really doesn't matter if you want to do 5 by 7, 6 by 6, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. You get to choose your size. This is a beautiful paper from the Floral Basket again. And then what I want you to do is take the eyelet dies that are in the center of this frame and choose the largest one. You can accent that with foam dots if you wanted to, which is what we did. And we're just going to go ahead, release these foam dots, and then we'll do a little bit of trimming off the edges. So instead of like pre-measuring it and pre-trimming it, I find that it's very easy to just put that in the center of your card and then just trim off the edges, okay? So just pop it on the edge of your card, and then you can flip it around, and you can just easily trim off those edges, so you're not kind of fiddle-faddling around with your trimmer and trying to do it that way. I absolutely love how beautifully that comes out so quickly and so easily. Now, next step is going to be taking our beautiful lace piece, and I already have trimmed off one side, but typically this would be an entire piece. So we're just going to go ahead and add the gold accents on next, and we'll just do a good amount of gluing around here. I love the Dries Clear Glue with a really fine tip for adding adhesive to really intricate dies. If you have not used it yet, this adhesive is an it's an industrial strength glue, and it has time to move around, which is great, but then once it is dry, and it sticks super, super well. The glue and the tip do come separately, so you want to make sure that you buy the extra tip that goes on top so you have the artistic fine tip. You can even write your name with it, which is really cool. You might want to practice writing your name just with the pressure of how much glue to come out and so forth, but it's pretty cool. Okay, so you just go ahead and accent those pieces very beautifully, and just kind of push this to the side. Oh man, isn't that so pretty? I just love, love, love that. I love how that comes out very quickly and easily. Now I am going to cut these apart, and we'll just do this here on the end, and then we will layer this on our card and trim off the edges that we need. One of you said beautiful lace, right? This is like, if you love extreme intricacy, the intricacy of this is just out of this world. Like, it is super, super stunning. And I also think, I mean, we've got Valentine's Day coming up. I think that this would be a really beautiful Valentine's Day accent as well. It has some hearts in it that are very subtle, so you can use it throughout the whole year. You know, you're not limited to just, you know, one occasion, but it has some little hearts in the middle of it. So this would be one of those pieces that I would definitely call like an art from the heart die, right? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just bring this in. Speaking of art from the heart, do you want to know a little something fun and exciting that's coming up? Okay, so we're going to, let me know in the comments. Nita said you love the cards. Thank you, friend. Julianne said you're from Germany. You love all these sets. They are wonderful and beautiful. I don't have the courage to use them. I'm afraid to spoil the projects. You know, friend, there are many crafters that have felt exactly like you do. And when you have that feeling, you know, I always encourage crafters that it is just paper. And you can start out with like the cheapest, most basic paper you have and just build your confidence with that. And as you build your confidence, you start also experiencing the fun and the beauty, and all of a sudden you kind of forget about, I was scared to use that. So hopefully that's helpful for you. Hi, Rajni. It's great to see you. Okay. One of you said we are having a lazy day. That sounds fun. Okay. So we're just going to go ahead and trim off these ends. And then you are ready to add your sentiment and do some more eyelet, just a really beautiful petite eyelet in there. Okay, one of you said you fell in love with our products a long time ago. Thank you for being part of the Heartfelt Creations crafting family. It is so beautiful and amazing how, as we create together and are in this crafting journey, how much we learn, and just the beauty and the creativity is so, so much fun. Okay, so here we go. This is your eyelet piece. That is the smallest one within this set. It beautifully frames the It's Your Birthday, but we're going to do it a little bit differently. And we're going to have the It's Your Birthday on top of each other instead of spread out across the entire top, which you can totally do. So we're just going to go ahead and layer this onto your card base, and then we're going to trim off this edge. I don't know about you, but I really love the option to have these also extending off the edge and just trimming it. It really gives a beautiful, different look to that. So we're going to go ahead and just bring this on and then just trim that off on our card. And if you wait to trim this off until it's on the card, it also makes that this does not spread out kind of prematurely and, just like extends kind of haphazardly off the one side. So you can just go ahead and layer that on top, and then you can flip that around and again, just trim that off. So tell me what you've learned so far, what you are loving. If you are just joining us, these are our new Slimline dies that we just added to the Heartfelt Creations crafting family. We're super, super stoked. We've had these sitting here for quite a while, and we've been creating with them, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to show you these. And today, it's finally the day. So today and up until Saturday, you get the opportunity to purchase all 4 dies in a bundle, save 10%. If you're an insider member, you save an additional 20%. You get all 4 of these beauties so that you can create everything that you see in front of me. That savings is available until Saturday or while supplies last, whichever comes first. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and have these It's Your Birthday. Now, these dies are absolutely exquisite. If you love sentiments that are die cut out, these are beautiful, very petite. And what I did with this is, you see how thick that is? It kind of has that chipboard effect. What I did with this is I took like 4 layers of just white cardstock, glued them together, and then I layered the gold on top. And that gives it a nice sturdy sentiment that kind of gives you that chipboard, very thick dimensional letter that you can easily add to your project, and I absolutely love it. Tell me if you've done that before with your letters. It is such a stunning way, and since these letters are connected, it makes it they're easy to adhere to, so you're not just adding individual alphabets, which that's also a beautiful thing to be able to do, but this really just kind of simplifies it and makes it super, super easy for you. So it's as easy as that. You see, it's your birthday, and it just pops out with the, you could do gold or silver with that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and bring the You're in next. I'm going to put that in so I can kind of see where that's positioned from the side of the card first. So we're doing it a little bit backwards, but that will help with where we want to position our sentiment. So you can see how that just positions beautifully on top there. It's just a tad crooked. There we go. And then finishing it off with the first word, It's Your Birthday. Tell me if it's been your birthday in January. We've have some fun birthdays in our family. Starts out with my dad, and then my mom, who had a birthday last Saturday, and it was her 60th. So it was a milestone birthday, which was super fun. So we got to celebrate her and do all sorts of fun things with her. Okay, so there you have it. And then your next step is just accenting it, as always, with your beautiful embellishments, your florals, your dimension, all that fun stuff. So absolutely love the beauty, the simplicity, and the elegance of that. Jennifer, you said you love a Slimline or DL card. You have to tell me what a DL card is. I don't think I'm getting what that is, what a DL card is. It's probably something simple, I know. Thank you, friends. I love your comments. Okay, so last but not least, our time together will be spent creating a card that I absolutely love. I wanted to say abso-stinking-lutely love. Is that a word we can use here? Okay, here we go. So stunning. If you love this, let us know in the comment, give us some hearts and likes. Like, isn't that just beautiful? It really doesn't take much to just create extreme elegance and beauty with this card when you have the beautiful background papers paired with this amazing, elegant flap. So here we go. This is using the die called the Slim Elegant Rectangle die. This is the die that was used to create the shaped card with the opening in the center. Super, super beautiful, right? So you can quickly create that full slim line shaped card. But this is an excellent way to alter it and use it on a 5x7 card or a smaller card so you have variations. And I can't wait to share the tips and tricks on how you get this beautiful flap onto this card base, okay? So today I'm going to show you how to hinge it. Now, if you have like an 8.5 by 11 plate size, you can use that, okay? So what I'm gonna do is bring this up and we're going I'm just gonna give you a brief demonstration of how you can do that. If you have the 8.5 by 11 plates, I am going to show how to use the smaller hinged version. So there's two different ways you can do it. And I just wanna make sure that everybody knows how they can do it. So if you have the big 8.5 by 11 plates, what you'll do is you'll just lay this die onto your card base. Let's pretend this is not cut out. And what you're going to do is you're going to lay your top plate just even with the fold of your card. You're going to run that through your machine, and that's going to cut out this part, and then you're just going to trim down with a trimmer. So that is one way to do it if you have the large plates, so you don't have to hinge. But today we are going to show you the hinge technique, since some of you might not have a big 8.5 by 11 die cutting machine. So what you can do if you don't have a big die cutting machine is just go ahead and cut your 5x7 panel, layer your beautiful, elegant pattern paper on top, and then create a hinged piece. This hinged piece is literally going to be just about the size of your, like the width here, and then you want to have it just wide enough that it can flip around the back. You could also have hinged it behind this decorative paper if you wanted to, so that you do not see the hinge on the back. So that's totally an option as well. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead and we're going to lay this die on top. We're going to grab our tape, and I'm just going to bring this out just a little bit further. There we go. So tell me when you've had some aha moments today. I was really excited to just really show you lots of versatility that's really outside the box when you are creating with these. So like I said, the same thing you would do with your full-size flap if you have an 8.5 by 11 die cutting plates, is you're going to take the top plate and you're just going to line it up right to that the score line there, and we're going to put that onto our plate and run this through our machine and die cut this out. Here we go. Okay. Okay, I got you, Jennifer. Thank you for clarifying. That's awesome. So here we go. And then we'll just pull this off, okay? This tape is super sticky this morning. It's like, I want to hang out here. And then, like I was telling you, just go ahead and just clip off that excess piece from the sides there, and then you can go ahead and hinge this around your card, which is just a great way to create this flap. Now, I am just going to go ahead and decorate this flap before we do that, and we do need to do another die cut piece before we hinge that. So you will see we have an opening going all the way through to the card base in the back here, right? So what I want you to do is when you are die cutting, your decorative piece. There's going to be some fallout pieces in the center here, and that's what this piece is right in here, okay? So what I want you to do next is grab a piece of, and this is going to, if you want to do this and it feels like it's just kind of flying over your head right now, it's okay. You can come back and rewatch it multiple times and do it with me if you feel like you need to do that. So what I want you to do is take the decorative piece that you have die cut out, and what I want you to do is just lay this down on top as if you, like, just exactly like you would when you are layering it, okay? And what this does is it creates kind of like that mask so that we can see exactly where we want to lay this in to die cut it, okay? So what I want you to do is just lay this into position, and then we're going to go ahead and take this little die and we're going to lay this right on top, and we are going to tape him down. So we'll just tape him down right in the center, and then you can remove all those other pieces that you used as your mask to see, and then we're just going to go ahead and run that through our machine and die cut that out. Did that all make sense? Okay. Isabel said, I learned so much when I watched your live. Thank you, friend. I love hearing from you. Okay. One of you said good morning, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is for you. It is morning yet here. You said just tuning in, morning, your products are amazing and creates lots of beautiful items. Well, thank you, friend. Okay, so I have a mishmash of little pieces here, so let's make sure we have everything we need. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and we're going to hinge this next. So you can kind of choose where you want to hinge this. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a good amount of glue onto this hinge, and we'll get started creating this. Now, if you're just joining us, like some of you are saying you are, welcome. We are right in the middle of launching and showing you how to use the newest edition of Slimline dies. There's a launch of 4 dies, absolutely exquisite, and today you can purchase any of them individually, but we do have a bundle available until Saturday that it has a 10% savings. So that's available until Saturday or while supplies last, whichever comes first. So we're going to go ahead and decorate this panel, okay? So what I want you to do is you can go ahead and grab your beautiful piece that you die cut out. You're just going to need to use a portion of it. And we're going to add, again, a gold accent. You rarely see me just glue down just white. I often just line that with a gold. It is just, I feel like it's just needed. Are you with me on that? Do you do that as well? And hey, when you are placing an order for your decorative dies, you might want to check up on your stock of your Luxe Gold and Silver cardstock, or even your glue, so you don't miss out on those basic necessities. And I just say that because I will tend to like not really be paying attention to some of that stuff and be like, oh my gosh, I'm out. But I know some of you are just like super organized on top of it and you don't run out. But like for those of you that are like me, like I'm like, oh my gosh, where's my foam dots? I ran out. Okay, so here we go. So we have that all lined up, and we're just going to go ahead and bring that in here. Do you see how beautiful and stunning that is so quickly? Okay. So we're just going to go ahead and bring these in and just glue this down, okay? So like we said, you know, these Slimlines, we launched them on Black Friday. You have your basic like cuts with like the straight edges, the eyelets, and then you can use many sizes to create different sizes of Slimline cards. And then you can also use them and adjust them to make and create smaller cards, all the way from 5.5 your A2 size cards to your 6x6, your 5x7. And so the card I'm creating right now is that beautiful 5x7 style of card. So we're just going to go ahead and bring this up and clip that off. There we go. There we go. Oh, isn't that just so beautiful? Absolutely love that. And then you can go ahead and you can layer this on top if you want to. This has a little bit of a bigger tag cut out. You can use your dimensional pieces and just layer that on top, which adds a more dimension and detail into that as well. Okay, so we're just going to bring this out, and then all that's left is adding the beautiful sentiment, and then you can decorate it with your florals and all that fun stuff. So we're just going to go ahead and just, again, just cut this straight off the back. You could use your trimmer if you wanted to, so you can do that however you like. Juliana, you said, what do you call the thick paper? Okay, so are you talking about white cardstock? If you are talking about white cardstock, we have what we call our deluxe flower shaping paper. That is our very thick white cardstock. And then if I'm doing like the letters, and I'll show you this. These letters, this one, we have the special day comes in. This set, the Slim Ornate Rectangle. So what I did is I die cut this out of the Luxe flower shaping paper, and I did 4 layers, glued them on top of each other, and then I just sponged this with pink ink. And so I have on your special day, and the others are layered with gold on top. I think I have the on somewhere floating around in here yet, but I don't see it. It's like in my mess of everything that's going on back here, but you get the gist of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to layer this label right on the back there, so where the special is going to be glued on top of, and we'll add the special in there, and then we'll add the others. And once I'm off of this live we'll go find where that little word on is because it ran away. It's super petite, so that is something to keep an eye out on. If you separate the sentiments, that you know where they are. Oh, it is over here. It's hiding behind a card. Okay, there we go. So, and then these sentiments are just so beautiful layered on here as well. So pretty. So this fits perfectly within this opening. So that will be on the inside of the card. And then you can go ahead and add the your on the top. And I'm doing some of these words kind of backwards just so that I can see the positioning for when the top word comes on. So we're just going to go ahead and do this. Ta-da! And then we have on in here. So we have on your special, and then is it day that ran away? I think it's day that ran away. Okay. No worries. It'll come back. It's just hiding in my set of papers. So you have on your special, and then you'll just layer day on the bottom here. Super stunning that you can add your choice of flowers, whether you want to do the dimensional florals or if you want to do, oh, here's day. I found it. So you can go ahead and add that. They flick it around and they're like, okay, can you find me? It's like a little hide and seek game. So we're going to go ahead and just, finish adding the florals. So what you can do is you can create the beautiful card base, use some of the corners of this die to also come in from the corners on the top and bottom, add some glitter, and you have a beautiful piece that you can use for any occasion, which is absolutely amazing. Hi, Barbara. It's great to see you all the way from the UK. So as we wrap up our time together today, I do have some beautiful cards here on the side from the design team members that I think you'll absolutely love, that shows you various ways that you can really create with these. Now today on the blog, we have launched a new blog with creative inspiration, and many of these cards are on there as well. Or when you purchase these dies, when you get them, and you're like, oh my gosh, I remember that Emma Lou and the design team showed so many different ways to use them, but my brain is stuck. I don't know where to, I can't remember what you showed me. What you can do is just type in the name or the item number of the die you have in front of you. It'll pull up this product. You click on it, and then there's going to be videos and also card inspiration of what we created with it. So you'll see that in there as well. So are you ready to see some more card examples of what you can create? Let's just push some stuff aside. I'll grab my basket. So the very first die and cards that we're going to be looking at today is the Slim Elegant Rectangle die. So again, you can buy any of these dies individually, but together you'll have all the pieces to create all the background dies that I was showing you today, and to create the Slimline cards. So together you can purchase them. You save 10%. That's available until Saturday or while supplies last. And if you're an insider member, you get an additional 20% discount. So with the first die that we're going to be looking at, the Slim Elegant Rectangle die, so you can layer it onto just a regular Slimline base and then have that frame just really accenting the beautiful florals The lily is really featured on so many of these cards. Isn't this stunning with a vellum and then have those beautiful gold words on there? And then again, you can also cut the inside open and just stamp a beautiful sentiment in there, or create that beautiful card base that we were just showing you. So lots of variations just based on how you layer and put those together. Here's another one, really utilizing the garden lily paper in the center along with some of the side, and then just popping a simple sentiment, which I think is so beautiful. Now here, I love how you can really alter this frame. You can flip it and you can make it wider, and it was pieced in here. However, you really have a hard time seeing that, and the lilies covered on this side. So you can also cut that frame apart and really kind of mishmash it, layer it together, and you have a completely different card size. Here's another one going up and down, so you can do it length. And here's one using the beautiful sunflower and doing a beautiful anniversary card with it. I love how that turned out. Here's another smaller card using that very same frame, altering it, piecing it here in the center, adding the on your special day, completely different look. And then here's one using it in all its glory with the Slimline and using that on your special day. And look at this. Remember how we had trimmed down from, let's see, it's from this die right here, which is the next die we'll look at. No, it's not going to be the next die. I have something else before this one. This one right here. Remember that piece that we popped in up here? Here it's flipped around, so it's peeking out behind the sentiment. Completely different look. Super, super stunning. Absolutely beautiful. Now, oops, one card fell away. It's like, I don't want to. Yeah, we are looking at this die next. What was I thinking? It's the next one on the lineup. Okay. So I have somebody rescuing the card that just flipped off the table. It's like, I'm not going with you. Okay, here we go. So this is the Slim Ornate Rectangle die. It has 4 pieces. Again, lots of versatility depending on how you cut it apart, how you layered it, and adding that sentiment to it. So for this one, here we used it. This was the very first card we created, using it as a shaped slimline card. Here it was offset and trimming it apart and using it on a very different size card, and then using some of those middle accent pieces as well. Super, super stunning. And then here it's used in all of its, just using it with these pieces in the middle as well, exactly the way it was designed to be used. Our next die that we have some cards here that I can't wait to show as a Slim Gateway Rectangle. And remember how we were really cutting pieces from this today to show you many variations of how you can use it on smaller cards to get all that beautiful detail, right? But then here is some of the beauty of the Slimline cards, having that shaped piece here on the top and creating that shaped card. Here we have the flowers more on the top and bottom. There's a place here for your sentiment. You can flip this open, have something on the inside, which is super stunning. Here's another one with a tag in here with a sentiment. And then our last die, the Slim Eyelet Heart Rectangle, the one with all the beauty and the intricacy of that lace piece. So here it's used on just a large card with that really anchoring the words in the center. But then today we had also I wanted to show you how it was used as a shaped card. Super, super beautiful. And then here it was used, so you can cut out just basically a square, whatever size you want, and then you can layer that lace behind it and really have that lace make that panel pop. So absolutely stunning how that all turns out when it's used in many different ways. So hopefully this really inspired you to create your own one-of-a-kind projects. I know so many of you are like super excited, and you've been telling me that you have the package. It says it's shipped, which is super exciting, right? If you haven't ordered yours yet, we've added the link in the comments so you can add yours, order yours very quickly and very easily. And you have the option to buy the dies individually or all together as a bundle. That bundle is available until Saturday or while supplies last. You get a special 10% savings. And if you are an insider member, you're going to get an additional 20% discount. You get free shipping if you're from the US. Our international crafting friends get a 20% shipping discount. Plus, when you are an insider member, you get access to all of our online classes. So if you felt like this was great, our online classes are amazing. You and I actually get to chat back and forth on, I see your comments and I can answer. So it's a lot of fun. It's around 2-ish hours in length. I actually have an online class that's coming up on Monday. We're going to be doing, I think it's like 5 or 6 different ways to shape and color the garden lily that just launched in January. And we're going to put like a wire stem bouquet together. It's jam-packed with coloring techniques, all that fun stuff. So I highly recommend that if you have been sitting on the sidelines, become an Insider member. It's $12.99 a month. Super, that's like the cost of like what, 1 or 2 beverages. And you have access to all those benefits plus previous online classes that we have launched. So I highly recommend that you do that before you place your order so you get the 20% discount as well. And if you become an Insider member, you'll have a spot for the class that's happening on Monday. So I can't wait to see you there next. And the rest, tomorrow is Thursday, right? Today is Wednesday. Thursday and Friday, Carrie and Liz will be back with some more demonstrations on how to use these beautiful dies with some creative ways that they have been working with that you don't want to miss. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for joining me today. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you next time. Bye.